Welcome to Captain of Industry. My name is Corporal Hobbs, and we are back, episode 24 now. So, big thing in today's episode is going to be setting up our Fast Breeder Reactors, getting that going, setting up our space, what are they called? The space probes, as well as the asteroid boosters. So we can start landing some asteroids and fixing some of our resource shortages on the island. But before I jump into that, I'll have timestamps below if you want to skip ahead. But just a channel update. So hit 500 subscribers. So thank you so much, everyone, for that. Helps the channel a lot. So I was able to do channel members now. The first level will get you early access to videos. I'm going to do at least 12 hours of early access for ongoing series. And then when we start a new series, I'll try and record at least a couple episodes. That way, those members can have early access for at least a couple days for those videos. And then the other thing is, for the second tier, you'll have access to my save files as well as all of my blueprints for Captain of Industry. So you can check that out if you want to become a member and support the channel. And then the next thing is I put together a Discord. So that's something I was working on in between episodes. I have a Discord now. So feel free to join. You can hang out in there. Any of the behind the scenes stuff that I do in between episodes, I'm going to try and hang out in Discord and at least sit in like an audio call. So if people want to hang out, do that, or see about doing like live streams inside a Discord. I'm not sure exactly how that works, so I'll have to look into that. But that could be an option. But enough of the channel update. Let's get back into the episode now. So, Fast Breeder Reactors. I put together two separate blueprints, one for power and one for actually making our space and asteroid parts. So this is pretty spendy. 8,500 construction 4s, 17,000 construction 3s, so we have just enough to build that. This blueprint is is my power setup. This one I think we'll have to wait until next episode because we're gonna need 44,000 construction 3s and 33,000 construction 4s. It's a massive blueprint, but it will produce 2 gigawatts of power, as well as hydrogen. But let's put this guy down. So let's pause the game. And I'm thinking we are going to put this over here somewhere. And let's see, I have a tie-in right here to our rail network. So I could maybe butt this up against this cliffside over here. And then we'll bring the rail network out and loop it around. And then this should give us room out over in this direction for the power version of this blueprint, which could go even something like this. Yeah. So if we do that, let's place it down. There we go. So yeah, these blueprints take up about 2 full squares, and I think it's the same on the other one as well. So I'd have to extend this pad out a little bit more on this side, which is fine. I want to do that anyways because I want to move our nuclear power sea pumps over here to this side possibly. So that could work. But yeah, I think this spot here should work. So we'll unpause all of this, let the trucks start working on it. And then while that's going on, we can talk about the Fast Breeder Reactor. So let's put one down over here. And we'll get rid of all these designations so it's a little easier to see. There we go. Okay, so Fast Breeder Reactor works just like our nuclear power for the most part. So if we compare the two, a little bit bigger. Nuclear power runs off our uranium rods. The Fast Breeder Reactor runs off of core fuel. To get core fuel, the main way of doing it is getting enriched blanket fuel. The other option is doing enriched uranium 20% to core fuel, or you can take plutonium. So what I've been doing in between the episodes was I put together just this little design here that will run off of our spent MOX that we've been collecting from our MOX reactors. That will mix it with some acid, some molten glass, some salt, and you'll get some blanket fuel and some fission products. And this is just a giant pipe that goes back and forth to store the blanket fuel. The blanket fuel and the core fuel, same with the enriched fuel, you can't put any of those into storage. So if we look, yeah, no blanket fuel, no core fuel, no spent core fuel, and no enriched blanket fuel. So just using a pipe going back and forth, just weaves back and forth, then has a couple pipe balancers here to make sure the pipes are connected. So this one is fully filled with 3000 blanket fuel. So that's what we will use to jumpstart our reactor, and then we have another 900 in the second pipe. And then I did the same thing over here with this spent MOX. So we got another 3000 here and another 200 here. That's helping clear out the spent MOX that is sitting in our reactors. And then the other thing I did was I added in some enrichment plants to take some of our excess enriched uranium 4%, mix it with some hydrogen fluoride, and then we get that 20%. So I have same idea, just loops back and forth. And we got 320-ish core fuel here ready to go. So core fuel produce either from that enriched uranium or your plutonium or your blanket fuel, or you will reprocess it from your spent fuel. So each one of these fast breeding reactors, you can either run it with no enrichment, standard enrichment, so just 1x, or 3x. So you produce only 25% of the steam, but you get 3 times the amount of enriched fuel. So you'll get 12 instead, and that's what this blueprint is designed to do. So it's going to run off of 2 enriched reactors. That's going to generate 16 core fuel spent on each of them. So that gets you 12 core fuel back once you reprocess it. So you'll be short 4 core fuel. So you'll need to use 2 of your enrichment plants to get that 4 core fuel back. When this is running on the 3x enrichment, you'll have a total of 48 enriched blanket fuel. So we're losing 16 here in this process. And then the other thing you can do with it is you can either turn it into plutonium. So 16, you get 12 blanket fuel back, and then you get some plutonium. Or you can spend 16 to do 2 enriched uranium 20%. So you can use this process to get some more of your enriched uranium, transport this to where your next fast breeder reactor is going to be, and then use this to kind of seed your core fuel for starting up your next reactor. So each one of them will hold 160 core fuel, and you need at least 80 to get it running. And then, yeah, so that's our fast breeder reactor. Let's see what the process is over here so far. We'll speed up the game. That way trucks can get this running, or get this going. And then we have our rail line right here. So let's get this plugged in. And of course, my dumping tower is in the way. So let's go like that. I have this one out over here. There we go. So get that. And I can get rid of this guy. Okay. And we are at the limit of what my computer can do. Getting that 20 frames per second at the moment. But let's hook this back up. So we are going to have this one coming in right here on this side. I think I'll just tie it in right there. And this one, I think, pull it out to this side a little bit. Bring it up over this one, and then tie it back in over here. Yeah, something like that. Unpause that. Oh, trucks are gonna be a little mad. You guys will be fine. Oh, you can't go anywhere. Got a vehicle depot here. There we go. Okay. You guys are... What's the issue? Oh, you guys are completely cut off. Okay. This mining crew then. Let's have you guys... where's that tower at? It's this digging crew. Yeah. Let's have you guys come over here and work on this. Should just need to dig it out a couple tiles. There we go. Yeah, I was having these guys dig up to height 20 here, so it can connect back into this side. Eventually we'll flatten this if we get the chance to. Knock it all down to height 5. Okay, flywheel collapsed due to uneven terrain. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that one. Can you guys path through there now? Maybe? if we get rid of this flywheel as well. Flywheels are just kind of extra for the power, so not too worried about deleting one of those or two of those. Yeah, our sand mine is, we are digging all the way down. Still got a good amount of sand out here, but now it's under rock. One of the things I did do between episodes, we'll catch up on that while the trucks are working on everything. Shut down the gold mine over here. We still got a little bit of gold in the hill, but nothing worth going after at this moment. So shut that down, ripped up all the infrastructure that we had here for our gold. And then I placed down a gold blueprint that is just like our iron or our steel and all my other blueprints that I created a couple episodes ago. So place down the gold one. Gold's pretty simple. It just brings in all of our resources that we need. It crushes the gold ore, crushes it again. Then we make our acid on hand. We handle all of our exhaust scrubbing on site. But the crushed gold ore powder, mix it with some acid, you get some gold ore concentrate and some toxic slurry. Toxic slurry we deal with on hand. And then we make the manufactured sand and gravel. Mix it with some coal to do our filter media. And then we process our toxic slurry. We'll get some water and some slag back. And then we just make the gold here on site, doing some gold ore powder. And then all of that gets loaded back onto a train. So it allows us to move the gold mine wherever we want, just hook it up to the rail network, and then trains can bring it over here to get processed. So that was one thing I had to do in between episodes. The other thing is we are to the point that our diesel is just barely hanging on. So I had to use some unity boosting on our first set of the refinery here. And then the other thing I did was I added in some ethanol production over here with some of our excess sugar cane. So we're just doing sugar cane, water, get the sugar, get some oxygen from the air separators, mix the sugar, oxygen, that gets us ethanol and some carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide we can actually mix with some hydrogen and get some bonus ethanol. And then over here I just have the fuel gas and steam making hydrogen and carbon dioxide. So got a little bit of extra ethanol production, and then I ran a pipe all the way through the base over to our refinery. And then it connects to this tank here. And then we just take the ethanol out. And then we have on our polymerization plants the ethanol and naphtha recipes. And it will prioritize naphtha from our refinery just so we don't have any backups. But if it doesn't have enough naphtha, then we'll use ethanol. So that will keep our plastic production going. I had it dropped all the way down to about 8K, so everything was out of plastic. But now that is fixed. And then the other thing I had to do was our uranium mine. We are at the bottom of it. Yeah, we are basically just waiting for trucks to fill in more areas so we can dig out the last bits of the uranium. And then we'll need to move our ramp and have maybe a ramp coming down from this side so we can get the last of this uranium. And then this will be, I'm thinking, the area that we drop in a asteroid for uranium. That would be a good spot for it. Okay, that's just the tank on our Fast Breeder Reactors. So had to turn that on, or ran low on uranium, and our base is running on uranium at the moment for power. So I set up a contract for lab equipment to uranium. So we'll do 1300 lab equipment 4 to 7200 uranium. And then the other contract, yeah, it's the only one I've turned on so far. But I do have some other contracts prepped. So let's go over those. So first one is crude oil. So looking at it, we could do food packs. I don't know if our food production would keep up without massively expanding the farms. And seeing as we are already pretty low on workers, we might need to expand the settlement anyways, so food's gonna become tight. So not gonna do that one. Gold is interesting. We could try and do that, but I don't know if our gold production would keep up. We're only producing about 70-ish gold at the moment. So I don't think that one would keep up with our current production without massively expanding gold. The other one is vehicle part 2s. We could do vehicle part 2s for 8400 crude. Might not be a bad idea. But the one I decided to do is consumer electronics, so we'll just make some consumer electronics, 214 of those to 8400 crude. So what I did was I have an import route from our consumer electronic production over by the settlement, and then I have some extras here. Super simple recipe, just electronic 3s, aluminum, plastic, and then that will make our consumer electronics. So let's get this turned on. So we'll do that trade, and then we'll assign this contract here. Unpause everything. So now we'll have crude oil on a train. And then I just set up a crude oil station over here. That way our trains can bring it and drop it off on this side. So that's that contract. So that's all of these guys. These are our server contracts. We don't need them at the moment. One is for gold, and I think the other one was iron. We're still making do with the iron that we're mining, same with gold, so those ones are on hold. The other one we are going to do is, so if we look, the other thing we can do with consumer electronics is trade it for chickens. Chicken carcasses might be interesting to do if we don't want to do chicken farms ourselves, and the animal feed that goes with it. If we are running low on meat and sausage, we could do that trade. But I think I'm going to do this one at this location. So we're going to trade consumer electronics and get some quartz. So let's start that trade. I'll assign it. And basically 316 laptops for 8400 quartz. So we'll unpause that one. Oil went out. Perfect. So once this guy fills up with some laptops, then he will go out and grab some quartz. The quartz will feed it into some crushers. So 288 crushed quartz turns in, or 288 quartz becomes 288 crushed quartz, and then 96 crushed quartz becomes 96 sand. And then I have some storages here for sand, and then into a sand pickup to help out with our copper production. Copper is going up and down due to sand. Yeah, mostly sand, a little bit of the ore, but mostly sand is the issue. Let's see, you guys can actually depart. He's not gonna depart until it fills up. almost. But that will get this production going again. And then we'll just unpause one set of these for now. These are pretty spendy on power, so it's going to take 4 megawatts of power to make some sand for us. But that should produce 288 sand. And then that will also help with getting some more sand over here. Yeah, more sand for our copper through here. Yeah, it looks like these guys are running 100%. Yeah, I wonder what the issue was then. Let's look at the other copper smelter over here. Oh yeah, sand. Yeah, so sand's the issue that's slowing us down because we only have this one station here. And it's a long distance away from this sand here. Or this module here for making copper. So we'll do the quartz contract so we can get some sand over here automated. Then the next one we are going to do is looking at our lab equipment. We are going to do lab equipment for some copper ore. So let's turn that contract on. And unpause all of this. Okay. We got trains coming to deliver the oil, which we are close enough that we could probably just run a belt if we really wanted to. Wouldn't be the worst idea. Or pipe. But we'll do lab equipment for copper ore. And then the last one is composite. Composite cores. And this one will be for limestone. So we'll do 172 composite cores for 8400 limestone. So we'll assign that contract. Unpause this. And there we go. And just need to change this over to limestone. And then flip that direction so it's good to go. Okay. So trucks will be able to bring the composite cores over from our hub. Same with our lab equipment and our consumer electronics and our servers. But that gets all of our contracts that we are going to be using for now. The limestone mine that we are currently using is getting pretty low. We go take a look at that. Yeah, there's not much left of it. A little bit over here in the hill. So might as well start getting everything prepped and having some limestone brought in on trains. Yeah, we're running into an issue where we have a little too much rock being mined up at the moment. And with only 3 stacker towers, it's not dumping enough fast enough. But that was the main stuff that I did in between episodes. Just waiting on this area to get filled in and then designing these blueprints. Let's see, we'll use some Unity to speed up the rest of this. 500 unity. We'll do all of this stuff over here. And we'll let trucks finish all of this off. Yeah, we'll get the train stations. And let's get these added to the network. Okay, I got trains coming in now, so bringing in some sulfur, and it looks like rock at the moment, and some titanium. Let's see, let's finish off all of these belts here as well. Yeah, trucks can do all the deliveries here for our storages. Reactor is coming up. Yeah, these things are spendy. 1,500 construction parts, 200 titanium, and 200 electronic 3s. But I'll get this finished off building, and then I will connect the pipes from our blanket fuel and core fuel over here to this, and then have the trucks preload all the storages, and then bring you guys back once it is time to turn it on. All right. So got everything built. Had the trucks put down some concrete so we can see this a little easier as I talk through it. But have the trains delivered everything. So let's go over this blueprint for the Fast Breeder Reactors. So it will start with taking in our uranium, just like we are doing with our traditional nuclear. So we crush it, take the uranium ore powder, mix it with some acid, we'll get yellow cake. So just like before, we are making our yellow cake, which not really going to be needing it at the moment, but yeah, we'll turn it on. We'll just turn all of this on. Yeah, except for everything over here. Okay. So this section here, these are pretty much mirrored on each other. So we make the uranium ore crushed. That gets turned into our yellow cake, our toxic slurry. We need to do a wastewater treatment that gets rid of the toxic slurry. We get some water back. This over here is our gravel and manufactured sand for the filter media, just like our gold build from before. We have acid over here on the top, and then we also produce our own brine here if we need it. But that is pretty much all that is the same for the traditional nuclear plant. We still have our blast furnace here making our molten glass that we need. But here is our nuclear reprocessing plant. So we'll take our core fuel, our spent fuel, mix it with the acid, the molten glass, and some steel. We'll get core fuel and fission products. Fission products just get stored over here. It is basically 1 to 1. So for every reprocessing plant that you have, you need at least 1 radioactive waste storage. I have 2 in here just in case there's a buffer or an overflow. And that's on each side, it's mirrored. But this gets the first step of our core fuel, and we need 16 to be able to run the reactor. So this gets us 12. We need to make up for the loss of 4 from using our blanket fuel enriched. That will use 16 of our blanket fuel. we'll get 4 of our core fuel as well as 12 blanket fuel. The blanket fuel we can do a couple things with. We can either use yellow cake to turn directly into blanket fuel. So this is set up to make 12 blanket fuel. And then we have 12 here, so that's 24. And then over here is our plutonium. So this will make us another 24 blanket fuel, and that gets us the 48 that we need total to replace the blanket fuel that is being turned into the enriched fuel. Part of this build, we also have blanket fuel enriched. We can mix it with depleted uranium. So instead of using our yellow cake, so this process over here, instead of using that, we can take our depleted uranium that we've been stockpiling forever now, mix it with some salt and the enriched fuel, and then that will get us some more blanket fuel. There is 4 of these machines here, so that will make us 16 of the blanket fuel. We only need 12 of them running, but a little bit extra just to help get rid of the depleted uranium. And then we can also stockpile that blanket fuel to move to another reactor. If we are trying to set up another one, we can tie into this system here. But that is the blanket fuel side of it, as well as the core fuel. The enriched blanket fuel, so that will be used for either turning into more core fuel, getting rid of our depleted uranium, or making our plutonium. And then on the mirrored side, we are making our enriched uranium. So either or, this will do both sides of it. Let's go ahead and power on our reactors. And I will unpause all of this stuff up here as well. So basically, this will kick on. We'll use 16 of that core fuel, 96 water. Will make us 96 super steam. So our old nuclear plant is making 384 of the high pressure steam. With the Fast Breeder Reactors, you can make 384 super steam. And then you can use your super pressure turbines, so 48 of them at a time. That will generate 18 megawatts of mechanical power, and then you will get your 48 high steam back. Then you would put it into your high pressure turbines, then your low pressure. So basically this will generate, 60 megawatts of power? And then another 60 over here. So this will generate 120 megawatts of power. We need about 70 to power everything. So we're going to have, 50 megawatts left over to go back to the grid. And then the nuclear system will create its own water. So it is just slightly water positive. So once the storage is filled up, it should stay filled. And then what I can do is actually turn this off, turn off import, open up export, flip our tank around, and have the trucks come and get rid of this water here. Let's see, yep, turn that on. So this is the radioactive storage for the plutonium over on this side here. But basically, once we start making our blanket fuel, which we should be now, yeah, so we have blanket fuel here. We will replace it with core fuel first. So it comes out right here on this pipe, it goes into a balancer, so it will prioritize making core fuel and then it continues on through this pipe to this balancer, and then from there I have it set up to prioritize making the plutonium first, and then if there's anything left over, it will come over here to our depleted uranium, which what we could do to help out this process is actually flip that balancer around. That way it will primarily make the blanket fuel here before making plutonium. And then the blanket fuel that I am bringing over from the old nuclear plant is coming in right here into this pipe and into this pipe balancer. And I'll set it up so I want to prioritize getting rid of the blanket fuel here. That way it doesn't back up and we run out of core fuel. That would be bad. So yeah, so it's prioritizing blanket fuel from there first, and then it will bring in blanket fuel from other sources. And then I have another balancer snuck in over here, and one is for our blanket fuel coming from our depleted uranium. So that will be this one right here. And then we have blanket fuel coming from over here on our plutonium side. So that will be this pipe here. So it goes in, has a priority over the blanket fuel it gets from depleted uranium. And then there is a second balancer on the bottom where the top balancer is the priority in. And then the bottom balancer only has the blanket fuel from yellow cake. So that will be the last blanket fuel that we get. And that's mirrored over here on this side as well. That should be our system running. So we'll have some enriched uranium coming through here. It is stockpiling on the belt at the moment. And then we have our plutonium over here. And then I added in everything we need to make our space probes and our asteroid boosters. And the way we do that is we bring in cooking oil and heavy oil. Either or is what we need. And then that will get turned, mix it with some diamonds. That will make the diamond paste that we need for electronic 4s. I have a bunch of diamond reactors down here. Everything goes underneath. And we will make the lenses. Let's go ahead and unpause everything so we can see the recipes. So we'll make some lenses with alumina. So we got a little bucket for that. So we'll make the lenses, mix it with that diamond paste and some ethanol. We are making ethanol here, mixing it with fuel gas and steam. That will get us hydrogen. Hydrogen and carbon dioxide will make us the ethanol. And then the ethanol will get mixed with everything else to make the lenses. Then we are making composite panels here on site to make the composite cores that we will need, mixed with some titanium and some steel. And then we have our electronic 4 production here. So 24 electronic 4s, so 4 assemblers. So these guys are slowly starting up. And then over here we are making, so this one, these 2 assemblers will take that enriched uranium and turn it into compact reactors with some titanium and electronic 4s. And then we have one assembler that is making space probe parts, so 8 of them. And then we have one assembler making the asteroid booster parts. So we should be able to make 8 and 8 total. And then let's go take a look. So uranium mine is getting pretty empty. I think we can cut maybe one more tile in over here without flooding the area. And looks like we might be able to do 2 tiles right here. This guy is, let's see, I think we can get rid of all of this stuff. There we go. And I think it should be good to open this up as well. Here we go. And we'll get rid of this. Then we should be good to dig a couple more tiles in here on this side. Get a little bit more uranium. Okay. You guys have dug everything out over here on gold. So let's clean this up. Okay. I think we'll just cut straight down from here down to height 1. And right here is where we will cut in. We'll do leveling designation out here. Give these guys plenty of room for digging. It's gonna be a little too close. Yeah, something like that. Excavator should get back to work. Where are you trying to go? You are trying to deliver water there. I don't think so. Low supply of crude oil. So I turned off our oil derricks. Or the oil rigs. So those are all paused now. So now we are relying on the oil from our contract. I did that while while I was waiting on the trains to finish everything. And we are out of medical supplies. What is going on with medical? Okay. You have no ethanol. Why do we not have ethanol? Because we do not have hydrogen. Okay. And that is because of a fuel gas shortage. Okay. Yeah, even this guy's running low on fuel gas. Could trade rock for fuel gas. It would get rid of some of our rock that we are filling everything in. But I think I'll just add in the composite core trade for fuel gas. So let's take a look over here. We have this one open still. So let's grab a fluid. Oops, right here. And add in one more trade platform or dockyard. Terrain too low. What? I mean, terrain too low. Oh. Jumping. Really? Okay. You guys. I'll do this one real quick. Okay, and change this to fuel gas. Set the direction. There we go. Yeah, losing a little bit of people. Come over here. Let's buff our town health a little bit more. Okay. So should be good to put this one in now. Okay. Use the Unity to build all of this. Okay, and we're gonna do one unit storage, and then we're doing fluid modules. And we'll do a balancer here. Oops. Actually, do I want to have this on a train? I don't think I do. I'll leave it as an option. So we'll pause this so we're not wasting workers on it. I'll leave it as an option. Let's see, I want to move that guy back. I'll leave it as an option to put it on a train in the future if I want to do that. But I think for now, we'll just leave it going into a tank and then running a pipe up to the refinery that's right here. And then connect it into the fuel gas pipe that I already have running across the map. So fuel gas is coming in over here, which means I have fuel gas coming into this balancer. So we'll bring it out to here. Actually, we'll go on this side. This is the diesel pipe that is going down to all of our ships. there. Oh, it's a tall pipe. Okay. Should be good to just run this parallel to the diesel. Okay, so let the trucks do that. This is still getting built. Brings this one up to there. And then over here, we just want to make sure the priority in is from the refinery. And then after that, so that will go there. And then we'll upgrade this pipe to level 4. And this goes all the way down and through all the way to here. We'll upgrade this side of it as well. And then it goes to this fluid storage. So we'll upgrade one right here and right here. So this will take it back to, it splits off. So one side will go over here to medical, and then down to our fluid, our fuel gas for our statues of maintenance. This balancer just splits it over to medical. That way medical can run. And then the leftover will come out over here and then goes to power all the different hydrogen we need for our food, for fertilizer. Speaking of fertilizer, we are getting low. Yeah, we're up to this row having fertilizer again. Yeah, just waiting on these last couple farms to have some fertilizer. Got a disease coming through and we don't have any medical, so that is fun. That'll be a little bit of sacrifice, but I think we'll make it through. Okay, so let's do the trade now. So set up this guy, sign contract, sign this one, and we'll reduce that. Actually, not for the first one. We'll do it on the second one. And then I want to prioritize the fuel gas we get from this module, just because it doesn't have a storage to put it into. So we'll always take from there first, and then the rest. Composite cores. Yeah, it's just going to take a little bit of time for the trucks to bring it all over. 1,800 people. Let's see, we got another 3 months of this left. But with the fuel gas coming back in, we should have... Yeah, we'll turn the balancer off just so it's a 50-50 split. And we can get some more hydrogen being produced over here. Let's check. How's plastic? Plastic is on its way back up. Good. 2,500 people. Okay, we got trucks bringing everything. All right, fuel gas is here. So get that unloaded and then pushed into all those storage tanks. And you should be good on fuel gas from there. So be a little bit of a delay until everything gets back up and running. Yeah, we're at the point now where the amount of medical we need is over the 96 that we can produce. So I had to do some Unity boost in here. Let's see, is... Okay, hydrogen... Definitely don't need that pipe there. That is not doing anything. Let's do priority and right there. Then let's take a pipe. Should have hydrogen down over here with ethanol. So... Oops. Okay. Height 3. Try and sneak a pipe through all of this spaghetti here. Getting to ethanol. Okay, and I have a balancer right there. We'll do a priority out, that way we have medical. Yeah, I think priority for medical is going to be more important than plastic production for everything else. And we'll prioritize the hydrogen we get from here, and then have a backup hydrogen supply from our ethanol build. Okay, so that's good. Medical is running again. Good to see. So we should see, yeah, medical kicking back on. And gonna take a little bit of time until we have medical back in the clinic. Okay, so let's go check on the reactor, make sure everything is running. Looks like it is, and our fuel has built up. Not sure exactly how that happened. Should be running right at ratio. Don't need the core fuel anymore, so we can let this stockpile for the power FBR build that I have. Let's see. All of this is running. You guys are running. And you guys are running. Perfect. Yeah, we should run on blanket fuel from the other nuclear reactor until this empties out, which we are already down to just 600. And then once that's over, it will kick into blanket fuel from our depleted uranium, and we are just bringing that in on train right here. That way we can start emptying out these storages. And yeah, I can turn that boost off, don't need that anymore. And let's turn this off, we don't need this anymore either. So let's actually get rid of all of this. Yeah, it should just be this one and that one right there. Use that unity. Okay. And then when we go to start up the next reactor, we can take some of this enriched uranium from over here. So I can set a little bit aside. And I'll actually get rid of that to here. And then we can just bring in the enriched uranium right here. There we go. And then we can use that to make some core fuel for the next reactors going up, which will probably want about 360, 400 or so to prime the pipes and get both enrichment reactors running for the power build. But to do that, we're going to need a bunch of construction parts. Let's see. We are short on steel. Is that right? Why are we short on steel? Coming in right now. Steel production not keeping up. Is it limestone? Is that the issue? Oh no, coal. Okay. We got trains bringing coal now. Thinking it was just a delay since I changed the priorities around on the nuclear power plant. So I think some of the coal deliveries got delayed until the storages at nuclear were filled. Okay, fuel gas. Okay, yep, that pipe 100% full. Which means we should have, oh yeah, plenty of fuel gas over here now. Perfect. Alright, so that gets the hydrogen over here running at full speed again. So we are now making fertilizer 1 faster, which means our fertilizer 2 should start backing up in our farms again. Yep. Okay, perfect. Now it's just filling the pipes, and then it will start stockpiling in this storage. So that gets fertilizer squared away again. These guys, what are you trying to do? Oh, yeah, I had a mix up over here. So we need to get rid of this. Okay. It's gonna mean the dirt bin over here is full. And you guys actually filled everything in. Awesome. Okay. This is where our new limestone mine is going to go. So let's do height 1 all the way out to here. Give the trucks a place to dump everything. Okay. Yeah, plenty of limestone here. So I'll get another mine placed down over here. That way we can mine this limestone out. Now that this one is pretty much dried up. And iron, we are getting to the last stages of it. But I want to fill this area in so we can start ramping up and getting access to the uranium that's up here. Then I'll also have the copper that's right here, and then a little bit of oil. And what do we have? Quartz, so we can get some more sand, as well as all of this sand. And then we have copper over here, some more limestone, a little bit more water, coal, iron, some more sand, more oil, a bunch of coal, iron, and copper out here. And then our titanium island. So we'll be expanding into that. Let's see. So this is producing. Yeah, we're backed up on steel was the issue. But let's go ahead and pause that and then delete it with Unity. Don't allow the trucks to import anything on here. That way it should stockpile inside of our shipyard. Yep. Got a bunch of titanium ore in there for some reason. Where did that come from? Titanium over here. What I'll do is put in a storage here for titanium, or import, don't export, and just run a belt over to this balancer. There we go. Give the trucks a place to drop it. We'll load it into this balancer right here with the priority. That way it can get delivered back to our titanium. A bunch of salt. a little bit of enriched uranium, and then some iron. Pretty much the iron that's just been shuffled around as I build retaining walls. But there's uranium going. Got that going. Medical is, yep, coming back online. Blue, severe. Okay, so I can turn off our health boost now. So that's good, and we should be good to turn on research if we had lab equipment. Don't have lab equipment because of electronic 4 or 3s. Don't have electronic 3s because of copper, I'm guessing. Yep, copper. How is our copper looking? Copper is it coal again? Yep, coal. We might need another. Yeah, we have 6 trains sitting here waiting. What the? Oh, there it goes. Let's use some Unity to move this stuff around. Use Unity to move that coal. Let's see where it went. I got some over here in iron or steel. Same with this steel. This copper has coal again, so they should be running. Yep. Get coal. I got coal there. Coal over here. Coal over here. Coal over here, which turning on our backup power is eating through our coal as well. But should be good. We are getting workers again. Yeah. So I think it's just a waiting game to get the construction parts I need. So I got 13,000. So for the next blueprint, we can go over it and then I'll end the episode here. But in my nuclear blueprints, the FBR power and hydrogen station. Let's pause. I don't really have a space to put this down. Yeah, because it's gonna have to go out here, so I'm gonna need to expand this area out. I don't think it will fit above the other one, but let's see. Okay. Yeah, it did not fit. There we go. Yeah, even right there's a little too close. So basically, same idea as the other FBR blueprint. So it makes all of its own yellow cake. It uses 6 uranium crushers is what it's ratioed out to be. And it will run 2 enrichment fast breeding reactors, and then from that it runs 8 fast breeder reactors with no enrichment process, so it uses half the fuel. So it runs 8 of those, and that's enough to generate right around 2 gigawatts of power, so 2,000 megawatts. But to get that blueprint down, we're going to need 33,000 construction 4s and 44,000 construction 3s. So I will have get that built up in between episodes, and then finish clearing out a little bit of this area. We just need to expand it out a little bit farther. Looks like maybe out to here, which might be moving this station up over here somewhere, and then filling this out, and then filling this area in, so we have enough room to place everything. The other option is I could re-add in the left radius on this, so it can extend this side out just a little bit more. It looks like I was just a little short when I was going to place that blueprint down. But I'll get all of that going in between episodes. That way we can work on that next episode, as well as seeing what I could do for getting some more copper throughput. Currently I have it set up for 4 belts out, and that is not enough copper, it seems. Yeah, our electronic 3s are running low, our electronic 2s. We got electronic 1s because of the output. Microchips are backed up, that's good. Yeah, it's electronic 2s and 3s that we are running low on, and that's just our copper use. Needing more copper throughput, so we'll look at that as well. But I think that is where I will end the episode. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.